But so SBA, so you can buy a mismanaged facility using an SBA loan. You have to find a lender that will accept a projection-based loan. Okay. This is what we did. Now, I didn't get the loan. One of the other GPs got the loan. Okay. There's 3 of us on that deal that we syndicated. Actually, my job in syndicating that deal was essentially raising the money, right? And then my husband on the back end is going to manage it. So our management company will manage the facility. And my job was really to raise the money. All right. So, okay. So SBA loan projected based, we got a 10% down loan, 7% down, man. That's awesome on $2.8 million, right? And SBA is prime plus 1 to 2, right? Prime plus 1.5% equals 9.5%. Would you be okay with ever paying a 9.5% loan on a deal? Right? Would you ever, why would you ever want to pay 9.5% on a loan? I see a lot of people out there right now. It's very frustrating to me. They're saying that now is not the time to buy because the interest rates are too high. Right? And so, why would we buy a deal at 9.5%? How can we do that? Why would we do that? Any thoughts on that? Okay. We got a 25-year fixed loan. Of course I want 9.5% for 25 years. Who wouldn't want that loan, right? There's a, right? Well, there's a 3-year prepayment penalty. SB, right? Well, they're right 3 years. So after 3 years, you can pay back. I think it's like 3 years. Okay. So this is what we got for SBA. Okay. So now you've got 2 different deals. Neither of these deals, I'm coming out of pocket on it. I have raised the money to buy both of these. Remember, I'm 100% privately funded. All right. So I raised the money for all my deals. Okay. Now, so for this one is seller financed. Right. Right. Well, there's SB. I convinced the seller to sell me this deal at $700,000 down. Right? And 5% interest for 2 years, interest only, $7,000. Okay. This deal here, we will double the value of the property within 2 years. I mean, that's the goal, right? So in 2 years. So we have to work our butts off, right? For the next 2 years to double the value of the property, which is possible in this deal. It's an all climate controlled deal. It's 100% climate control. There's some commercial space there as well. And it's just an ugly looking building that was converted into storage. The owner lives in New York and the facility is in Florida. And he thought it was a good idea to buy it. He buys a lot of he buys a lot of property. He owns a lot of property. So, and because he owns a lot of property, he did not want to share his P&L or his balance sheet. He did not want to share his tax returns. He's like, no, I'm not giving you anything. He's like, I'm really honestly not even giving you like anything to do with the property either. He's like, he's like, I'm giving you nothing. And so, when we talk to the owner, I mean, essentially we explained to the owner, okay, if you can't show us anything, because originally he wanted $3 million. And he said, if you can't show us anything or do anything, then you're going to have to be creative in this deal. Are you open to being creative? And he said, yeah, I'm open to it. I'm not going to show you my P&L. I'm not showing tax returns. I'm not showing you anything with the numbers on this deal, because essentially I have so many different properties in my tax returns. I have so many different companies within my tax return that I cannot show you a P&L and a balance sheet on this deal. All right. So thus, This is what we came up with. And essentially, we'll take it from $2.4 million to over $5 million within the next couple of years. The goal, the hard part is going to be 2 years, right? I would really like 3 years. We're trying to push for 3 years. But, you know, like if anything, I could just refi out in 2 years. Now, actually, why would I choose 2 years? Why 2 years? Why not 1 year? You know, what's important about 2 years? All right. Think about that, right? You really need a minimum of 2 years of tax returns in order to sell your property at the highest value that you can get. Okay. So I would really like 2 years. Typically I ask for a minimum of 3 years. All right. So that gives us 2 years to kind of stabilize the property and get our tax returns and sell it. And we're still trying to negotiate with him. And I think he probably will give that to us. But for now, we have it under contract for 2 years. Okay. So I have to pay $7,000 a month. Currently, this deal makes $9,000 a month, but it's also adding some commercial space to it, which is going to bump it up to about $12,000 per month. So we'll have a little bit of money left over to break even until we start raising the rates and getting like all the commercial tenants, their rates increased and stuff like that. So, I mean, essentially, this is going to be a lot of work. But I'm doubling the value of this property within 2 years. Okay. And I only have to come up with $700,000 to buy a $2.4 million facility. That's not really too bad, honestly. It's doable.